As you can see, we're going to do some curve sketching today using calculus, and this is part 1. This part's going to focus on increasing and decreasing and looking at finding critical numbers for relative extrema. All right, so whenever you're doing increasing and decreasing and extrema, we want to find the first derivative. So here we go. So when I find the first derivative, I'm going to use the power rule. 4 times a fourth is 1, x cubed, minus 3x squared. All right, so now I'm going to set it equal to 0. And then I want to go ahead and solve this. So to solve this, I'm going to factor out that GCF of x squared. And I'm going to get 2 answers, which are 0 and 3. So these are my critical numbers, and these are the possible points where I could have a max or a min, a relative max or a relative min. Okay, so to figure out what we have, we're going to figure out for increasing and decreasing. So to do that, we're going to do a number line. And I'm going to plot 0 and 3 because those are my 2 critical numbers. Okay, now my first derivative, let's make sure we've got that. X cubed minus 3x squared. Because I want to plug in either side of these critical numbers into this, and I want to see if I get a negative number or a positive number. If it's negative, it means it's decreasing. If it's positive, it means it's increasing. So let's see. So I'm going to test f prime of -1. When I plug in -1 cubed is -1, minus 3 times a positive 1, so the whole thing's going to be negative. So it's decreasing on that interval. All right, so let's go to the next part, which is f prime of 1. When I plug in 1 minus 3 is -2. So it is still decreasing. So what that's telling me is that 0 is not a max or a min because I'm going down and then down. All right, let's try one more. Over here is 3. So I want to go to the right of 3. So let's go f prime of 4. And if I plug 4 into this, I get 64 minus 48. It's positive. That means it's increasing. All right, so here's what I know. I know that 0 is not an extrema. 3, since I went down and then up, 3 is a min. Okay. And more importantly, for intervals of decreasing, it is decreasing from -infinity to 0. It keeps continuing from 0 to 3, and then it's increasing from 3 to infinity. All right, before I go to my next video for the second part about concavity and inflection points, since I have x is 3, let's go ahead and find the y value when x is 3. So I need to go back to the original function, that guy right there. So I need to take 1/4 times 3 to the 4th minus 3 cubed. It's going to be ugly. I think I'm going to get 81/4. So I'll have f of 3 is 81/4 minus 27, which is, oh man, I got to steal my calculator here. 81/4 minus 27. Looks like I'm getting a -6.75. All right, so when I go to graph this, I'm going to have a min at 3, -6.75. All righty, there we have it for part 1.